Alrighty, my friends. I swear, if we actually did play WoW again, after getting Nietzsche into it and Nietzsche still playing Classic, and then we move on to Dragonflight, that would be so troll. And as I remember, Shogi, when we played Classic, you were the first one to stop playing. Hashtag blame Shogi. Alright, let's try this again. I feel like maybe I need to get more defenses. Or learn to dodge. Or just get good and not be bad at video games. Nietzsche would totally kill you. Although I bet you Steven would be up for it, because he actually likes to get back into WoW with like every other expansion or so. Alright, wand and torch. Yes, let's go. Shogi is too distracted by the next thing to play. Well, Shogi's like you, Pie Boy, where he just has too many different groups of people to play with. He plays Destiny with you every once in a while. I know he got into Diablo 3 with like Kira and you and your other friend Hollow. He plays things with Burger. He plays things with me. Too social for his own good to stick with one game, I swear. I don't like any of those. Those are not much better. I guess I'll go max HP. And with Philly, yeah. All your Burger Crew folks that you all get into random games with. I know you too well. Should you be concerned? Yes. You should be concerned, but not so concerned that we don't start our Elden Ring playthrough soon. I was up till 12:30 last night, working on a quest line in Elden Ring. They get an item to improve madness sorceries or incantations for when we start playing. So, and I'll be doing more of that tonight, I'm sure. Damage. I don't think I want to take the minus range for that, actually. Fuck. Wand. That is elemental. I'm going to take that. You're all about the Elden Ring duo. I would probably be good to start those next week, Shogi, even if I'm over at Steven's, because I plan on taking my PC. The only problem is I don't know how well I'll be able to talk on Discord unless I get a headset. Maybe I can get a cheap one to use while I'm down there, or find if I have one hidden somewhere in my apartment that I can make work as I'm over there, because I don't want to bring my microphone and all that. Don't make you send me one. No, you don't need to send me one. Let's go armor and elemental. Luck. Wand. Do I want another torch? I want the elemental. Yeah. Lock. Lock. Armor and dodge. Yeah, lock. No, you don't need to send me a headset. I think I even have one that I don't know if it's just like the mic didn't work on it or what. Because I need it more for the microphone than I need it for the actual audio. Because one thing with my microphone setup means my audio is good on stream, but it means trying to take my microphone anywhere is really annoying, since you've got to pack it all up and you need to stand for it. A mixer to make it work, or an audio interface or whatever. That is one thing that would be nice to have, like a backup headset just for ease of use occasionally. That. Damage here. More trees. I'm gonna not get any more torches. I'm gonna call that good on torches. I think there's items that make the burning stronger as well. I need to find some of those items. You started an Orc Shami. You feel the rating twitch again. You did? Shami, did I say Shami? Shami? You've already gotten into... Dragonflight? Did you really? Oh, God. How many games are you playing right now, Shogi? I swear. Let's go luck. Damn it, I said I don't want more torches, and it's giving me more torches. Okay, I do want this. What I really want is more of that. I'll take the elemental then. Oh. I don't think I want to take the minus harvesting, though. You just started WoW again from the start. Well, what I'm curious about with Dragonflight is how long it would take you to get to... Because I don't even know what max level is now in WoW. Like, the last time I played WoW was Classic. So the leveling process was really slow. I think Modern WoW is a lot faster leveling up, or you can... I'm sure you can purchase a level skip with monetization Act of Blizzard now. Which, I feel dirty even saying it. But apparently they've made a pretty big change to the talent trees this in this expansion too. That a lot of people have said they liked. So I don't know. I don't know what all's changed in Dragonflight since I haven't played Modern WoW in so long. You level fast in retail. You heard Feral Druids are good again, so you might run your Druid. Interesting. Don't want that. Take armor. Wand, yes. I could do piggy bank on this guy. Yeah. That. What even is the max level in retail WoW? I know at one point it was up to like 100 or something, right? Or maybe even higher? I don't actually know. It's funny, a girl I met on one of the dating websites I'm on streams on Twitch, so I'm gonna like watch her raid WoW. And so I'm like, I need to learn what's going on in Modern WoW, because I'm not even up to date on everything. Although when I was watching a past stream of a raid, I was like, this actually looks a lot like back when I was raiding in Burning Crusade. There's a lot of similarities to boss fights, at least, which is a little encouraging to me. Yes, I want max HP and HP regen. Take harvesting. That is an upgrade. I really need some speed, actually. Some of the raids in Destiny are classic raids, you think? 70 is max level? Interesting. Really? That's the same as it was back in Burning Crusade. Didn't it go up to 80 in Wrath of the Lich King? So they reverted? Is that with just this expansion, I wonder, that they changed the max level back to lower? Stop charging right at me, bros. Okay, I need speed. I need armor. Why am I just always so squishy, I swear? Oh my god, am I dead? Can't even get to the heal stuff in the middle here. Let me heal. Oh, god damn it. So many charging dudes on wave 9. Frickin' hell. Level caps is your least favorite thing in games. You want unlimited power. At some point, retail was like 120 max level, and they did a level squish. Okay, maybe that was an expansion or two ago that they did that then. I feel like maybe I heard of that. I am not having much luck on this higher level difficulty, man. Guess I need to get good at this game, because I'm not good yet. Those are all crappy stats. Those are not much better. Alright, damage, I guess. I am so squishy. Why are you so squishy, mage? Maybe because you're a mage. Alright, let's get some HP. One torch. I should have done tree first, actually. Oh well. I should have gotten just the torch and gotten the tree, I think. Oh, I kill you in time. No. Let's get some luck. Tree. Elemental minus harvesting, though. I don't want to get minus harvesting. Yes, I want that, though. More starting fire burning chances. A good thing. Man, don't talk about WoW. You're gonna make me want to start up again. Shogi, you're gonna make me want to start up again. And I am about to have a week of doing nothing. And a week of doing nothing is a horrible thing if I'm contemplating getting into something like WoW again. It's a very dangerous proposition. Proposition? Elemental damage, okay. Plus damage minus range, it's probably worth. Stay away from WoW, I know, right? I'm in... Burning Crusade coming out is the reason it took me an extra semester to finish my master's degree way back in 2005 or 6 or whenever that was. So, golly, I just cannot stay out of range of these charging dudes, man. That's not good for me. Harvesting, yes. Armor, yes. Coupon, yes. Burning activates faster. There was a guy on YouTube that said one thing I was doing wrong was I was not getting enough damage, and I feel like now I'm getting a lot more damage, but I'm not getting as much defense, and I feel like I'm having a much harder time staying alive. Strangely, not getting defense makes me squishier. How does that work? Who would have ever thought this would work this way? At least we have better AoE on this guy with the elemental than I was having on the other guy trying to go elemental. I was to be fair, I was right about you playing too many games too, Pie-Boy. You're hitting up Valheim, Destiny 2, Warzone 2, and Played Up, and even some PUBG, and casually playing Tavern Master. Yeah, it's a lot. I don't think I want to lose attack speed. Elemental HP regen, okay. I don't want to get too slow. Getting too slow is, I feel like, punished me in the past. I'll get that. Man, I actually have kind of crap for weapons. I maybe should have gotten that plank. Maybe I need to roll down for weapons next time. If I survive this round, I guess would be the thing. 2 waves away from the wave that killed me. Last attempt. Oh god, I'll read that wall of text 1 second, Beta Hunter. I don't want to die here right at the end. It's a small wall of text. It's an offensive text. I'm a free man. 8 hours of report work today. Finally done with the last report of the semester. Good thing Rand is here. Nice! Oh, another sacred sausage. All right. Man, if I could just live. I have 3 of these sausages and some good burn. I just need... What do I need? I need some weapons. That's what I need. Also need luck. I have at least 1. Okay, there's 1 extra torch. Minus dodge for elemental damage. I don't know if I want to lose dodge, man. I'm already... I mean, unless I just go into negative and say I'm going only armor and HP regen, but... I don't know about that. I already have 18 elemental damage. For how simple this game feels, it actually is a pretty challenging game as you go up the difficulty levels. Or I'm bad at this type of game. One of those two. This is either a challenging game or I'm bad. One of those two. I don't think I'm that bad, but maybe I don't play enough bullet hell games to be really good at the strategies and techniques for surviving in a bullet hell game. Oh, frickin' hell, these charging dudes! They always kill me! Oh, god damn it, man! I am bad. Apparently I'm bad. Why am I always getting killed by these effing charging dudes? God damn, they do so much damage, man. I don't know what characters I should be trying to play, because I can't seem to make any progress here. I cannot win at the higher difficulties. Maybe I need to be playing at level 2 instead of level 1. Let's start back at the top. Go with this guy with a Ghost Flint and just go to level 2 instead of level 3. Maybe I'm trying to jump ahead of myself and I do just need to play more. Because I feel like I'm just not buying the right items at the right time on the right characters. So maybe, I don't know. You're really bad at these kind of games as well? I didn't think I was bad at them, but I don't know. Maybe I am. I'm just gonna buy nothing and lock that. I don't want these weapons stealing kills from each other. I've played a lot of Binding of Isaac. I mean, it's been years since I played it, but I got a lot of wins on Binding of Isaac. Got a lot of cool broken builds. This is a similar play style to that. Damn it. You're blaming it on me being old. And my reaction time going down, huh? Okay. Don't want to go with a melee build? Sure, let's go melee build. More trees. Axe. Melee damage. Find that. You're bad too. Play to chill, but you gotta think to get far in these kinds of games. Just feel your way through and learn by pure trial and error. Well, I mean, I'm streaming it, so I have plenty of time that I'm putting into it. I feel like maybe I'm just jumping difficulties. Maybe it's like going from easy to hard mode in FTL is what I'm doing, trying to play the higher difficulties, and I need to learn more. I feel like the item choices are the things I need to improve at in this game, like knowing what to buy when. I think I'm ahead of some of you and most of you in chat. Well, it depends on how many people watching in chat have played much, because I don't know that a lot of people that watch me stream have played this game much, so I would like there to be more experienced people for this game in my chat so they can help me figure it out. I need my chat wiki to improve my gaming. Come on, chat wiki. You notice I do that with all games I play. I think really hard and make strategies and ask for help. Yeah, that's... I mean, that's... When I play games, I always... I mean, who doesn't want to succeed? I guess some people just play for fun. They don't care if they do well. But I am freaking... want to win. I want to win all the time. So... I'm going to negate that crit chance I just got, I feel like. Okay, that's good. I want to combine and combine. Because again, I don't want them stealing kills from each other. Every 16 enemies we kill, we get attack speed. If I buy both of these, I will get plus 1 HP and plus 6 damage. So let's get the damage first and then that one second. Go for harvest, you think? Okay. Does that mean I roll down for harvesting? Or... That's the other thing. Like, I feel like I need to learn when to buy what. But, how hard do I look for those things? Because if I'm not offered harvesting, it feels wasteful to roll for harvesting. Then I'm spending the money on nothing. I'm spending the money on rolling instead of actual upgrades. Chat wiki 404 error not found. Yeah, that's right. You made a cool fractal program. If I want that, does not have much relevance to the channel, but it's cool and simple. I mean, you can send it to me to look at if you want, but I don't know if I use it for anything. Early levels for harvest, you get so much more money and get all the damage then. Right, so how hard do I roll? Like, do I ignore stuff and go, okay. Roll until I see only harvesting. It's one of those things where I feel like I gotta learn, get the feel for it. Like, knowing when to get level 2 shields in FTL. Like, how hard do I push for it? How much do I delay it for other things? It's probably hard to just say, do it by X. Or... Like, a good rule for me is try to have level 2 shields by mid to end Sector 1. What wave do I want to have what number of harvesting on in general? Do I want 30 harvesting by wave 5? Is there a number I can shoot for, maybe? Like, here's 5 harvesting, but that's 12% damage. Like, passing on 12% damage is bad, but this will get me money over the long term. So I'm gonna take harvesting. And, like, spending 102 on this guy, I should probably look for harvesting, I guess. But then I kind of want weapons, too, so... Oh god, I'm buying all those. Okay, now my weapons are good. Now I don't know what I go for. Now I go for harvesting and luck, maybe. Alright, we'll read that 1 second, Blurry Stone. Alright, so I'm going to try to not buy weapons for a bit and go for maybe economy type stuff. This is also so random what you find. Say, it might be bad advice, but early on learning, you like to min-max stats like lifesteal or speed or crit. Just see how good these things get before you start blending abilities. Interesting. There's some harvesting, but it's minus enemies. I guess I'll take that. Some luck. I don't like negative armor, though. I'm going to take that. That's a lot. Damage. Any harvesting. That's minus harvesting. Yeah, I think my biggest issue with this game is I don't know how hard I should roll for certain things. I don't know which stats I need to get on which character, and I don't know how hard I should roll for the stats that I do want. Like, I know some, like I know on the mage, try to get elemental, but like, how hard do I roll for other stats? Because I've had people on YouTube say I don't roll enough. So, it seems so expensive to roll all your materials on getting, and then like not finding anything useful. This feels so wasteful and inefficient to roll all your materials. Hey, what's up, Inan? Sorry being late. You wanted to watch another streamer on YouTube. No worries. Glad to have you. No harvesting. Melee damage and speed, though. Melee damage. There's some plus harvesting, so I think that's definitely worth getting. Melee damage and HP seems good with me going pure melee. I'm getting stat upgrades on these guys. That's good. Do I want minus luck? I don't think I want minus luck for those stats. Although it is XP gain. Maybe I want XP gain. XP gain seems to be a stat that's kind of rare. So maybe that is worth picking up. I don't know. I'm sure all these questions I'm asking is the same as like somebody asking me in FTL, how do you win with Kestrel? Like, well, there's a lot of little nuances to it. There's not just one thing you do. So I'm trying to learn all these nuances and things. Just hard with a new game, especially with a game that has kind of a surprising amount of complexity that this game has, which is why I enjoy it. But it does mean the learning curve is quite steep. So that's kind of what I'm experiencing is how to figure out a game that's new and complicated, that has a lot of different mechanics to play around. Get a free anti-bio beam, that's a good tip. Do I want a turret? It's based off of engineering. It's probably worth, since it's free. HP regen, max HP, range, lifesteal. Let's go regen. I'm not doing range damage, so I'll go with more harvesting, I guess. Harvesting. Not doing elemental. I don't want that. I do want HP and HP regen. Ooh. Wave 10. I feel like I die if I get that. I don't have enough regen to do that. That's minus regen. That's good damage. Let's see here. That's a attack speed and crit chance. Do I have a piggy bank? I don't. Jonas, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. And if you have tips for how to get better at Brotato, feel free to share them. Mainly, I'm trying to get up to higher difficulty levels now that I've gotten a win with every character. I don't just want to figure out how to move up the difficulty levels. If only I knew what the get a free flak was in this game. It's probably get a free nuclear launcher or something. Which I don't think you can get free weapons, but... You know, just roll a random best weapon in the game. Actually, I want to find that new weapon I just unlocked while winning with the demon. What was it? It was a obliterator or something? That looked really cool. Try that weapon out. Like, I like all those stats, but that's minus luck. But I'm going to take it. I'm going to not take that. I'm going to get some luck to make up for what I just lost. No. There's some luck. I have burning. I don't have burning here, so I don't think that's worth. I'm going to take that. Purple spear. Kind of like going with only the ghost ethereal weapons because of how many stats I'm getting from it. I'll get those two things. I forgot to check if I have a horde wave. That's another thing I need to learn, be better at, is checking when my horde waves are coming. I think I have a horde wave at 12, so I think next wave will be a horde wave, maybe? Alright, I'll read your thing in a bit, Inan. Don't kill me, bros. There's a lot of enemies. I need weapon upgrades. Wow, I don't even think this is a horde wave. This is a lot of dudes. Oh, jeez, am I dead? Woo, that was close. Oh god, am I... Okay, that was close. Holy crap, that was a lot of money. Maybe that was the horde wave. Maybe it had a good defense in fight corner. That... Fight in the corner. Oh my gosh, that's some really good turrets. Maybe that's good. I don't know, though. And if I just stay in one area, though, I'm not picking up items. And I'm not going around getting the trees, which can give me free items. So I don't know if that's a very good tip. Oh, man. Do I want damage or HP? I want all of them. Let me get... I'm going to take the highest tier one, I guess. There we go. There's some upgrades. I think I'm going to combine this. Combine this and get both of these guys. Minus range for damage sounds worth. Melee crit chance. Minus dodge. No. Oh, I'm negative in armor again. How did I end up with negative armor? Damn it. I don't know how I ended up with negative armor. Did I just buy something with negative armor? That's melee damage. Alright, well I hope I don't die with my negative armor. I need some... After this wave, I need to get some defensive stats, I feel like. My damage is good, but I feel like my negative armor is hurting me. It is actually literally hurting me. Okay. Well, when I ask for suggestions on what I should do, maybe I should clarify. I'm asking for people who have played the game and are further along than me, not random tips from people who've never played the game. Although I appreciate the attempt. I won't ask people for FTL tips who have never played FTL. That would probably not be very you know, useful information given. Hunting trophies a free flag? What does a free flag mean? I have 4 crit chance. Is it really worth buying something that I don't have a stat to support, though? If I put salt in my eyes, I could see better. Oh, man. What a tip that is. feel like I need the luck, so I'm getting higher tier stuff. There's that harvesting crown. Minus damage, but it's luck and chance for double stuff. I don't want to stand still. Okay. That's melee damage and harvesting. I should get that. Minus speed, but I do get materials if I get a crate. What does a free flag even mean, still boy? I don't. What is a free flag? What is a flag? I don't know if I know what that word is in this game. Is that like getting to another wave or a free win? Or was that a typo and that was supposed to be something else? I want to understand. A lot of items in the middle of this map I want to get. Okay, got a decent amount of it. Minus luck for speed. I don't want. I do want luck. I also want my armor not to be negative. Maybe I can find armor from that. Okay, I have that. I don't think I want more enemies right now. There's a combo. I don't have projectiles. Is extra knockback good? I feel like extra knockback actually might be good. Fuck knockback. What if I already have salt all in my eyes and I don't seem to be seeing any better? Maybe that's not a, maybe that doesn't work for me. Salt in the eyes, man, that sounds really painful actually. Like running running lemon juice in your wound, or I don't know, salt in the eyes, man. I want to chase that guy and get his item. Beautiful. Alright. Wow, we are dodging a decent amount, it feels like. Apparently my dodges are pretty decent. I didn't think my dodge was that high. No. Wow, I have 102 harvesting, I just realized. Holy shnikes, that's a lot. I don't want negative armor. I'll take the damage. More harvesting. Okay, I feel like I need to be going for damage and stuff, but holy crap. Good. Okay, that's another red ghost flint. Yeah, I need some defenses right now. Ooh, 20% dodge. All I lose is 2 melee damage? Yes, please. Oh, that's close to max dodge right there. That's really nice. Range and attack speed. Do I want that? I don't know if I want that. You're second guessing your advice. 3 of 10, likely suboptimal idea. Well, you know, salt in the eyes, something I haven't tried yet, so. And actually what's funny in it about your suggestion to go, like, kind of get really tanky and go in a corner, I actually have kind of tried that a little bit, and sometimes I think it kind of works. It just kind of depends on the build, if it's viable or not, it seems like. Like, I think if I could choose one thing as my favorite build in this game, it's when I go full engineering and just let turrets and explosives do all the work. But the problem is that where those turrets and explosives spawn is always random, so if I stand someplace where the enemies don't run by them, I think they're a lot less effective, so it's kind of a thing where it's like, it depends, you have to play it right for it to really be effective, I think. I don't need engineering. God, they keep offering to take away my armor, but this will almost give me full dodge, so I'm gonna do that. I'll take that. That would overcap my dodge. It's got some regen. Holy potato! Okay, that overcaps my dodge by 1, so I can take a little bit of minus dodge. That is a combo. Not negative in armor now. Pick up range. Okay, alright. This is looking decent. I like getting all ethereal weapons because you get free stats from kills on ethereal weapons. So, as long as I can get tanky enough for these weapons to carry me, I feel like we get so many stats throughout the run. Should maybe keep an eye out for a melee weapon, like red melee weapons, that's just really good. I just saw a red circular saw. I wonder if I should have picked that, combined something and picked that up. I don't know if that's like a really good melee weapon or something, but it was red, so maybe it would have been worth. I am my own circular saw right now with how quickly we're mowing through some of these dudes, so my damage feels really good. As long as my tankiness is good. I feel like we got a shot on this run. So you're telling me there's a chance. Yeah, that's based on your health. That seems good. HP damage, crit elemental. Let's go HP. Heavy bullets. Be really good if I was playing a ranged build. I have literally no ranged weapons, so I'm going to skip out on that. Get 1 armor for a little bit minus speed. That's a... Wow! 3 ghost flints. Wow, my attack speed is 125% faster because I've gotten 80 from this, 14 from that one. Holy crap, that's crazy. And my damage I've gotten... Not nearly as much, but about 70% damage from the ghost axe. That's amazing. Okay, I don't need dodge. I'm maxed on dodge. I probably don't need any of those stats since I'm getting so much free from that. So let's just get tanky stats and say, as long as we live, we win. We got crazy amounts of damage from these stacked ghost flints and ghost axes we've been using. I just need to not do something stupid like grab a Triforce that starts minusing my damage as I get hit. I feel like I'm not good enough at avoiding damage to play around that item. Or get the item that gives me plus 3 HP but starts me at 1. I need to not do something that will get me insta-killed if I make a bad play. This might be a run where I could even kill... Well, yeah, I could maybe kill the boss. I don't have double bosses on this difficulty level. Sure. Luck. Okay. Triangle of Power. I was just talking about you. I'm not going to get you baited. It's going to be minus damage if I take that. Alright. Tree's kind of already dying 1 hit, so that's probably not worth, but... Which do I want? More damage and more attack speed. I'm more likely to be able to upgrade another one of these guys. If I get 1 more blue, I'll be able to get another red one of those guys. Flat melee damage is probably really good. Minus regen, okay. Oh, attack speed of every current living enemy. Okay, that's minus armor, but that's going to give me a crazy amount of armor. I mean, attack speed as things spawn. Attack speed of 147. Things spawn. Okay. There's not that many enemies on the screen yet, but once there's a lot of enemies, that's crazy. Slicing and dicing. Which, was the game... Was it Ramses who was playing that game? Holy crap, 99 damage? Oh, okay, that's not like max or anything. That's just the random number we were doing to those guys, interestingly enough. 99.9999999 damage. You are playing Slice and Dice still. Nice. I can see through the computer on Twitch. It's not only you watching me, I'm watching you. I am Big Brother. Another potato. Yes, please. And that's that guy. Okay. I don't want that, so we'll do it for that. Double value picked up items. I have plenty of damage, yeah. The only negative is not that bad. Well, yes, please. And minus 6% dodge, yes, that will actually be worth, so I'll take that. Chance to instantly attract the material. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. That would have been good earlier, but I don't really need that now. If I find one more purple ghost flint, I will have all red weapons, which I don't think I've ever had that before. That would be so cool if I could make that happen. Which, maybe I shouldn't have frozen that one thing, because that would give me less rerolls to look for that, but still. That'd be awesome to go full red mode, man. Full red weapon mode. Chippity, chippity, choppity, chopping these guys up. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. This might actually be my strongest melee build I've ever had. This is crazy good. Listen to the sounds of him swiping around. To make sure I have enough money to look for that last red. You know what? I might skip out on that item I was gonna buy, just to look for to see if I can get all 6 red weapons. That'd be awesome. Minus 40 range for that. Bullet fired from a corpse. It does a low amount of damage. I'm gonna recycle that so I have more chance of finding stuff. Let's get the luck and let's get the armor. Okay. Do I take this? I have a lot of money. I am still going to take this. So I'm looking for a red or purple ghost flint. That is the #1 thing I'm looking for. Ooh, wrong ghost weapon. Come on. Wrong color of ghost weapon. Come on. I think I'm strong enough to beat the boss, so I'm going to... Oh, that's a good weapon, too. I'm going to just roll down to try to find that. Oh, but community support again is really good. So is this thing. Do I even have enough to afford one? A purple weapon is... Yeah, I probably could. My turrets are totally obsolete now, yeah. God, that's really good, too. Going for it. Wrong color. So close, though. So close. Oh, wrong weapon. Ah, well, I'm gonna roll to see if I would have found it if I kept rolling. No. Alright, lock for next game, potato. Alright, here we go. Let's chippity chop up this boss, hopefully. Wow, look at that damage. Machine gun hundreds. We're gonna tear this guy apart. Man, I was so hoping I could get all 6 red weapons. That would have been so awesome. I really need a lifesteal build with how fast we're attacking. Oh man, how much damage did these things do? Pretty well spread out. But we got 95. How much attack speed we end up with? 182. We got 95, 26, 15, 4, and 30. And we had 86 plus damage we got from there. Is there a story behind this game? Not that I know of. You're a potato killing aliens. What more story do you need? It's bros and potatoes. Well, that was a fun build. Alright, I'm going to just start working through the characters, trying to get level 3 wins, I think. So, Brawler next. Who loves unarmed weapons. Minus 50 range and range damage. Alright, so we want to just punch with our fists. Although this does give me harvesting, so I feel like harvesting is actually better early. And I already have a fist. Yeah, so I'm going to take that for the harvesting. Level 3. Because harvesting is OP. What's the best unarmed weapon? Is it only fist and... I feel like there's one other unarmed thing. Besides just the fist and the hand thing. Bros, potatoes, aliens. That's the story. Sounds about right. Alright, so harvesting. What's the negative thing on you? The negative is ranged and range damage. Okay, so this is more harvesting. If I combine you, does it become 6 harvesting? Oh, what are these little numbers to the right? Unarmed 3. Does that mean if I have 3 unarmed things, I get 6 dodge, and if I have 2 support weapons, I get 5 harvesting? So combining these would be worse? That's probably what that means, right? See if I can find another one to check that. So currently, so if I buy one more support hand, will that give me 10 harvesting? Yes, it does. So if I had 6 hands, I would get plus 26 harvesting. And I did get another... Wow, these set bonuses are not things I've been playing around that much. That's interesting. Okay. Interesting. That's another facet of things that I have not been playing into, is those... I guess they're set bonuses. What do you mean I'm unarmed? I have 5 arms right now. It wasn't me, it was the unarmed man. One-armed man. Whatever. Speed, range, crit, max HP. Let's go speed. We're gonna have a lot of dodge this run. Alright, there we go. We have 4 of 6 support. So if I find another one of these, man, if I want to go full harvesting, I want to combine my fist into one fist and have everything else be the hands. So that's a support weapon. So if I sold my fist and got, or combined my fist, got the taser, that would give me even more harvesting because I'd have 5 support weapons. Is that right? I think that's right. Harvesting gives you the number of materials in your harvesting and that number of materials and XP at the end of the wave. And every time it activates, it's a higher percentage. So the more you get earlier, the more you gain over the run. I think I actually am going to combine the fist and buy this because it's a support. That gives me 5, so even more harvesting. That seems really good, actually. Take a little bit of HP there. I don't think I want to get rid of the fist because it's my only non-support weapon and all these other guys aren't going to be doing that much damage. This is a lot of harvesting we have. So I'm harvesting a lot, I'm just not doing much damage. I'm doing like no damage, actually. I'm doing a bunch of 1s. So I probably need to, I don't know, upgrade my fist or something. The way of the fist, the way of the hand. No thanks, minus harvesting. I want some luck, actually. Hand 2. Alright, that's good. So we combine 1 hand to get another hand. Which is even more harvesting, but no more damage. Armor dodge is probably worth. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of 1s popping up on these enemies. Eventually I'm probably going to have to spec out of all of these hands or just combine them all, I guess. and lose this support set bonus I currently have to get all this harvesting. So I'm pushing guys away, but I'm not killing many of them. Dodge, damage, lifesteal. Let's get... I have a lot of dodge. I'm gonna get the damage, actually. Alright, melee damage. Well, they're giving me the hands. That's combo. And that'll upgrade. I have 60 harvesting on wave 5. That seems really good. I don't know if it's good, but it seems good. The minus range damage is not that big a deal, so I think I'm going to freeze that for the melee damage. Do I care about the minus range, though? I do kind of care about minus range. I don't want the range to be too low. Maybe I should have saved it. Or, froze that. Oh, well. Locked it. Whatever the word is. Freeze, lock, save. With all these hands. The hands do, like... Is it 1 damage even at purple? Okay, we're up to 2 damage on the hands. So... Hands do, like, no damage, but they push guys really far. This reminds me of the, I think it's the pacifist character. I think I did something similar where I just went all hands, pushed guys away while harvesting every round. That one, though, you want to not kill dudes, because the more guys that are alive at the end of the round, the more money you get, so... Yeah, it's melee damage. Pickup range is fine. You don't want that. Add fists and combine hands. Yeah. If I can find some fists. Roll for them. Get some luck. But look at all that harvesting I'm getting. But you're right, I need to combine my fists. I mean my hands and get more fists, so... I'll try to roll down for some fists the next round or two here. See if I can find any. I just haven't seen any the last 3 or 4 waves, I guess. Sure, I've made a lot of money off of these guys with all the harvesting now. Once I do have fists, we're going to be doing some crazy damage, I think. The amount of melee damage we've built up already. I pat you on your chest. Stay away from me. This is the way of who's that guy in Street Fighter? E Honda. We're that stinking guy. Combined hands give overall less harvesting, so it's better to wait for the fist to appear. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm waiting for. Let's get more luck. Attack speed, crit chance, and range. For minus HP regen. Am I going to care about HP regen this run? How am I going to get health back? I might want to do HP regen. Although, do we have attack speed with fists? You know, I think I prefer to go lifesteal with this build, so I think I will take minus HP regen and we'll look for lifesteal. There's a fist. Alright, let's lock it and we'll combine next round. And the XP gain might be worth, but I do want the lifesteal, so... We'll combine one of our hands next round to get the fist and see if we get any more. Just call me Bruce Lee, because I am the way of the fist. And the open-handed slap. And the... bitch slap? Would you call that? Maybe a backhand. And the backhand did fist hand attack. Okay, we are getting some money. So I don't want HP regen. I'm going for lifesteal. So I'll take the lifesteal. Let's get the damage or HP. Let's get the HP. All right, I'll take luck. Combine one group of hands. Get a fist. I don't mind that. But they would benefit projectiles. I'm going to skip that, actually. Wrong type of hand. Is it worth combining this into a red hand to get... You know what? I think that might actually be worth. Oh, one more thing. Oh, yes. Free damage every round. Okay, freeze for that. I am the fastest hand of the West. That's right. Plus 18 harvesting from a red. I've probably had a red hand before, but wow, that's a lot of harvest. What is my harvesting up to? 66. Okay. How much damage does it do? 7. Okay. Level 4 hand is the same as a level 1 hand in damage. Okay. My 100-handed fist slap will kill all of the enemies, or open-handed slap. Okay, I definitely need to start getting some fists, though. I definitely need some fists, because we are just not killing things. Or definitely not killing them fast enough. I don't want to die just because I've been too greedy. Okay. Minus range damage is fine, so I take this just for the crit chance. Sure. Lifesteal I do want. Luck I do want. Melee damage. Lifesteal. Let's actually get the lifesteal here. Damage, yes. Man, where are my fists? Where am the way of the fists? I guess I need to roll really hard next time for fists, because I have one level 1 and one level 2 fists. This is kind of crazy how few fists I've found. Never rolled a fist, did I? And lowered the chance of me to find it? I don't think I did that. My lifesteal is pretty good, though, I think. I wonder if it's worth keeping the taser for the slow. With the minus range stuff, I'm not sure if it's worth keeping that. I mainly have it for the harvesting buff from support stuff, so it's probably worth selling if I get a good chance to sell it. Okay, we're getting close to max dodge. Let's get the lifesteal and the HP. Damage for every speed I have. I would like to get more speed, so that's... Okay, we'll take that. Come on, fists, not hands, although that is an upgrade. Where's my fists? I need plus speed, not minus speed. Wrong. So this is an upgrade. Okay, melee damage, melee damage. All right, well, I'm getting melee damage for these guys, so my hands are actually doing 12 damage. But I can only find hands, no fists. I'm gonna get the strongest hands ever. And my other hand in the fist is like, how are you guys so powerful? I wish my way of the fist was as strong as your way of the hand. The open palmed strike. I will say this is going surprisingly well. I guess when you're only looking for 1 or 2 weapon types, that can make it so you can find the weapons you want decently well. Man, if I had that item that gave me attack speed for number of enemies on the map, and the fact that we're killing so few, we would have so much crazy attack speed. That would be so insane. What is it? Community support? If we had community support, we would just be pushing so fast. Alright, let's get speed, because that is damage of some sort, right? Yeah. Damage and life steal I like. That I like. Come on, fists. There we go. Fist and a fist 3. Beautiful. Alright, so let's... Can I combine a hand? I cannot combine a hand. Do I want to get rid of a hand for a fist? I don't think I want to get rid of one, so I'm going to combine and get a second fist there. There we go. These guys do 66, and those do 15. So I'd lose 5 harvesting. Actually, I wouldn't lose any harvesting if I replaced the hand with the taser. Then I could potentially combine. So actually, I will do that. Yeah, so that's the same amount of harvesting. And we get the bonuses for the attack speed. Okay. Actually, it's a little more harvesting because there's actually harvesting on the hand. Alright, we're going to ignore this mini-boss because there's no way we ever do... Oh, but these things. Don't let them spawn those. Oh, I should have killed those. Oh, man, there's so many of them. Okay. Well, hopefully I can push them away. They look like they're kind of immune to my knockback, though. And my lifesteal's really good, though. I think, anyway. But I'm not killing these other guys. What's kind of funny is the faster guys, if they're stuck behind the slower guys, I think they get body blocked. I think the fact that I'm not killing them is body blocking some enemies from being able to catch up to me. Maybe? Is that happening? It's hard to tell in that big old clump of guys, but I feel like that's kind of happening. Yes, I want that. Luck or harvesting? I feel like my harvesting's good. Let's get some luck. That combines there. Good chance in dodge. That will max out our dodge, and I want the lifesteal. My knockback's still decent. Fist. Okay, so we combine a hand to get another fist. That's great. Alright, we're starting to transition from hands to fists. Beautiful. My harvesting is at 87. Okay. Went down a little bit because I lost one of the support set bonuses, but it's worth it to get some more damage. It's time to transition from money making to money spending. To damage dealing. To enemy killing. That is the evolution we must go through. We've had our montage of learning to attack with our hand, and we have trained to be the way of the fist. We are now in almost full Bruce Lee mode. For that other martial artist guy who I like his movies, that did the Ip Man. What's his name? Donnie Yen. More harvesting for minus enemies? Sure. I don't want to lose lifesteal. I like lifesteal. Okay, we are maxed on dodge, so I don't need that. So I'll take speed. Speed gives us damage. When an enemy dies, chance to deal... actually, I think that's worth. I'm not sure if that's worth. And you're not a fist. You are a fist. Can I combine 2 red hands? No more hands now. Hands are done. All about that fist. All about that fist. About that fist. No hands. Ah, now things are starting to die. There we go. Eat my fist. I could probably even just take some damage with how much dodge I have and lifesteal. Probably can just run right through dudes. We're mowing through them. Unless they're the big charging boys with the metal spikes on them, I feel like I'm pretty okay to run through and... Oh yeah, we're lifestealing through all this. Dodging and lifestealing through. So it feels like armor and health regen are a good combo, and dodge and lifesteal are a good combo. Actually, I'm guessing a lot of them are good combos, but this is really... I am really stinking tanky. They can't do anything to me. Holy shnikes, it's great. Melee damage, yes. Coupon, a little late, but sure. Fist upgrade, I'll take it. I don't really have any burning. And sorry. Plus armor for minus damage, yeah. Max, yeah, that's good. That's a way to die. Minus lifesteal for some attack speed. Nah. Although I actually should still take more armor. Since we're basically maxed out on dodge, the only way to get tankier is more HP, lifesteal, or armor, basically. So it would not hurt to get more armor. Okay, and these guys are actually doing some decent damage, these metal-headed dudes. I don't need to just... I need to be careful about not completely just face palm, face roll. Okay, never mind. It seems like I'm fine now. I'm just running through everything. Yeah, just fine. Run through everything. It's fine. Plus 40 harvesting, we take 1 damage per second. Does not give invulnerability time. A lot of harvesting. Do I think I have enough lifesteal and stuff to be able to do this? You know what? I think I'm going to take that. It seems like kind of a big risk, but I'm going for it. I don't care about minus HP regen, so max health is good. That would overcap my dodge. I don't need that. Give my attacks a chance to burn. I don't think that's worth it, actually. Wow, okay, I'm not going to do 2 of those. That's too much. Where are my fists? There we go. There's a fist. Okay. There's a red fist we got. And melee and 8. That's great. Okay. Beautiful. 4 fists. Now the worst item in the game is Triforce of Power. Every time we take damage, we would lose damage. So if I look at Triforce of Power, chat yell at me to not get it. Sometimes I buy it because it's purple weapon, a purple item. I'm like, oh, that means it's good. It would be terrible. It would absolutely destroy my damage if I took that. I give permission for all caps if it's telling me not to take Triforce of Power. I have morphed into a potato. What's up, Dark Dragon? Okay, I'm taking a lot of damage. I need to dodge a little bit here. Not just face roll. Face plant. Come on. Come on, lifesteal me up. I need more lifesteal, actually, I think. Projectiles are doing a lot of damage. That's a lot of luck. How are we doing, Dark Dragon? It's good on range builds where you don't get hit. Yeah. And I am not that build right now. That would overcap me on dodge, so melee damage. That overcap me by 1 on dodge. I think that is worth. You'd love to yell at me. When did you need to do it? If I see a purple item called a Triforce of Power, don't let me take it. Okay, what do I need? I don't care about minus Regen. I need to gain lifesteal, not lose lifesteal. Purple hand, no. That's good. I need lifesteal and armor. That's what I need. You hope my Christmas was amazing and your New Year's even better. My Christmas was busy and full of singing. So, yeah, you could call it amazing. What I'm really looking forward to is New Year, because after New Year's Eve, I will finally be done with all of my gigs, and I can go take a week to just crash. So I'm looking forward to that crash. Although I did sing for the LA Lakers the other day. So that was pretty amazing. I got to see in person LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, and Anthony Davis. And got a fist bump from one of them. And some other cool interactions with some famous basketball players, if you care about that kind of stuff. That was pretty cool. It's the first time I think that I've ever sang for people that are like super famous. The Harvester -1 life per tick is brutal. Ooh, that's worth though. Yes, that is actually great. There's some armor. Let's take some armor. Hunting trophy. Okay, we do have some crit chance. Now this seems really good. And I'll take extra crit right now after getting that. Explosion damage. Does that affect this? 46. Yes, it does. Okay, that's cool. I sing for work? I do. Yep, I'm a tenor. When I went to college, I got my degree in vocal performance. So I have a degree in classical singing. So during the 1.5 to 2 months of leading up to Christmas, I sing in a couple different Christmas caroling groups that just are really busy at that time, along with my normal church job that I sing at. So it's a good gig, but it's really tiring. The 2 months that I have nonstop gigs, I think I counted up, and it was somewhere between 50 and 60 gigs over, you know, a 2-month period or so. So it's fun, and I get to do a lot of cool stuff like sing for the Lakers or that kind of thing, but it can be pretty vocally tiring and mentally exhausting. So I crash after the New Year's usually. Ooh. Do I want the piggy bank? I think I only have 3 more ways where that would be valuable. Okay, I'll take it. Tyler isn't bad. Another one of these guys. I've already gained 22 materials from 1 round. Okay, that's probably worth then. Plus armor. And I will take explosion size. Okay, we'll take that, even though that's messing up my piggy bank gains. I think my AoE is going to be mainly the rip and tear I just got. Because I apparently passed that up on 1 run where it would have been stupid overpowered, and I felt bad about that ever since. So need to make sure I don't pass on that really good item. Yeah, I see a lot of 50 explosion damage popping up from that rip and tear. Okay, I need to not die though. Even though I'm really strong, these guys do a lot of damage when they ram into me. Well, let's get some lifesteal going, please. More armor and lifesteal. Oh, don't die. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, that was really close. We're not doing burning. We're overmaxed on dodge. Maybe a little range would help. I don't know. That is kind of late, Vigilante Ring. That means I would get... I think I only got 3% damage from that. Oh man, what do I need? I need... Yeah, armor and... The dodge is a little wasted. But I think it's even worth it just for the armor there. no, 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 none of that. Ooh, I'm a little worried. I am a little worried I'm gonna die. Okay, this is a better wave, though. Well, high number of weak enemies is much better for us than a smaller number of really tanky enemies. Because even though this guy's best on armed, it's still not a ton of damage, and it's not a lot of AoE. Well, Rip and Tear is doing some work for us. Oh god. I thought lifesteal and dodge was good. I am reassessing that. I feel like I am taking way more damage than I should be taking. Okay. These enemies just seem to be doing so much damage. Maybe it's those red lines that are doing so much. Or the charging guys. Wow, I have a lot of money. Okay. Engineering's not useful. Wow, those are all kind of bad stats. You were low baritone, sounded pretty good, but you couldn't sight read, so you were discouraged to continue. Plus, when you were in your common range, you weren't special enough to get by on lack of talent. Well, I think just because you're a baritone in a land of baritones doesn't mean if you really loved it, you shouldn't have done it. Yes, lifesteal. I will say I understand that pain. I definitely understand that pain. But if you love it, do it. Like a good low voices are pretty rare, even if it's only baritone. In a lot of groups I'm in, the directors always want more low bass or low baritone who can sing some bass. You know. Do I have the speed gives me damage thing? Yes, I do. So I don't want to take the minus speed, even though that's I'm going to be spending all my money, so I'm not going to really get a lot of use out of that. Chance to heal when picking up material, that's probably worth. Melee damage and HP, yes. Melee damage, HP. I don't want to lose armor. Speed and range is probably worth. I don't know if I want to lose the minus HP from consumables, actually. Oh, those have been good. Not enough money. All right, let's see if we can survive it. You wish you could sing, just not many songs use your voice range. What is your voice range? Because there's almost an infinite number of songs. Okay, not really, but there's a lot of songs. So there's basically songs out there for any voice range. I'm trying to kill this guy. I don't know if I should or just ignore him. It looks like my damage is pretty good. I'll get a single target here. I just have to be so close to him to do any damage. He's about to phase change, mutate. Yeah, mutate right there. Because I'll tell you, the reason I got into singing was not because I thought I'd get rich doing it. It's because I love doing it. Love performing. So that's the real reason to do it. Do it if you love it. I think I can kill this guy. I need to just not die, though. Oh, jeez. Okay, maybe I should stop getting so close to him and trying to kill. Oh, man, don't die right at the end. Oh, god damn it! How much time? Oh, man. The frickin' projectiles. Where the hell was my 67% chance to dodge? Okay, 60 since it's capped. If you sing the top of your voice range, you can sing like Darth Vader. Well, then there's lots of good songs for your voice range because everybody loves a low bass. Damn it, man. How the hell did I lose that? Okay, lifesteal sucks. Lifesteal sucks. Having to hit dudes to... Okay, lifesteal sucks on melee. I should have had regen or something. You had a rich, mature, low voice, but only having a good E flat was a discount bass. You do love to sing. Wish you had more opportunity, maybe voice class at the college to get back into shape. I'd highly recommend it if you're interested in it because it's absolutely worth. You get a lot of spiritual soul fulfillment from singing. Let's try it again. We'll start with lots of hands for harvesting. I don't know what I needed to do more. I guess get more armor, maybe. The minus HP was killing me? Okay, maybe that was the big misplay. Okay, there are no hands here. I need hands. Like that. Yes. One more hand? Beautiful. Alright, that is helping my harvesting. That's very nice. Hand is kind of poop too. Yeah, I should have only had one hand, honestly. I probably... Of course, I don't think I saw any more fists, but... Hand is good early. I need to replace the hand and never have more than one. And once I get to the end, probably replace that one with all fists. But I should start with hands and then gradually change over to fist, because I wasn't doing nearly enough damage, because you're right, hand is really bad, because it does, like, no damage. Well, classical guest you've never received much encouragement to do singing. Man, I'll tell you, if you're in any of the groups that I'm in, they would love to have a low bass like what you're describing. It's good for damage early. And harvesting, yes. What does low bass? Low bass means... Oh, B-A-S-S is how it's spelled for what we're talking about. That is the lowest range singer. Well, there's like a basso profundo if you want to get like super technical, but in a choir, there are 4 voice parts, 2 women voice parts, soprano, alto, 2 men's, tenor, bass. Bass is the lowest. Is what I'm referring to. Alright, damage, melee, armor. Oh, harvesting, that's what we want. Early harvesting. And I'm going to ignore lifesteal and go for regen this time. Okay. So take the minus armor for the harvesting. It's good early. I need to replace that armor later. I do want to get the harvesting because it'll give me so much money. And I want super attack speed too. Okay. Good reminder. Do we want attack speed even at the expense of flat damage percent? I wonder. Oh, is there any way I ever kill this guy in time? Probably not, unless my fist can connect. Oh yeah, back him into a corner. I still didn't kill him. Oh god. Like a solid D flat. I mean, not for the groups I'm in. If you can see a low G loudly in the groups that I sing in, they will love you. Choir, classical type stuff probably. Solo or newer stuff, there isn't much for low bass. Yeah, there's like Old Man River, that old man river, and like 3 other songs. You're right, there's not a lot of repertoire for that. For super low basses. But if you take lessons, you should be able to sing more than just low bass. If you actually trained, you wouldn't be able to sing only classical singers, the general consensus is that you want to have a solid 2-octave range. Which might sound like a lot or not that much compared to what you hear people say, but like, because you'll hear people say, yeah, I had a 5-octave range, and those people don't know what the hell they're talking about. Because nobody has a 5-octave range, except for like 5 people in the world, maybe. But like most professional opera singers can sing 2 octaves consistently, and a little bit more than that sometimes if needed. Continue to get harvesting, I guess. Melee damage, or do I want to... Let's get not negative armor. You have a monotone range. Yeah, it bugs me so much when I hear people say, "Oh, I used to sing and I used to sing and I had an 8, I had a 3-octave range or something." It's like, really? 3-octave range? Do you know what that means? I don't think you know what that means. Oh, well, Flaming Brass Knuckles is unarmed. Interesting. Okay. How does that damage compare to a fist? Get a blue one and see how that compares. 16. It's the same amount of damage. Same speed. It just adds elemental. Okay, yes, I want that. Okay, let's have not negative damage. I will take that. And I actually do want this armor too. You can sing in 2 tones, bad and worse. Okay. 3 octaves is a huge range? Yeah. 3 octaves is... Like, if I... And usually when opera singers talk about number of... When I say, like, 2 octaves, that's, like, full voice. Not using things like falsetto or super low chest voice or something. Like, because singing in my full voice, 2 octaves is hard. Because that means I'm singing a low C and a high C, and a high C is really challenging for me. If I include falsetto, I probably have about 2.5 octave range, and that's pushing it. That's like at most. 3 octaves would be like in the morning I'd have the low, and in the evening I'd have the high. All right, let's get. I'm gonna pump armor a little bit more this time. Harvesting, okay. Dodge and harvesting, I am gonna take that, and I did want that. Alright, we are combining our hands. Okay, I do want that actually too. Alright, pretty soon I'm going to stop taking hands and go only fists and flaming brass knuckles. And flaming brass knuckles means elemental damage isn't bad either. High C is easy for you. Just give you a straw. Oh, okay, high C, the fruit drink. Gotcha. Good joke, good joke. Where's Pie Boy? He would approve of that pun. I do not have much in the way of health gain right now. God, I can't believe I got to like, I think I was within like 3 seconds of winning and when I died last round. Okay, so don't take the thing that does damage to me for gains or whatever, right? Do I get the elemental? It would only be really good if I got more of those knuckles. So maybe I want crit chance because that's good for all weapons. Get crit chance. Melee damage is great. That's got crit and melee. Minus enemies I do like. And you know what? Let's get some experience gain. Pie Boy does approve. Nice. Because what I wonder when people say, like, because, you know, when I'm out, you know, doing Christmas caroling, people go, oh, y'all are so great. I used to sing. I had a 3 octave range. They'll, like, say stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Great. I'm so happy for you. While in my mind, I'm thinking, you don't have a clue what that means. Or, no, you didn't. That's, you know, I'm like, if you really had a 3 octave range, you were a freak. Or a way better singer than any of us are. Or, well, octave... large range doesn't also always mean you're a good singer, but it's like, you know, you all probably have comparisons. Like Pie Boy, when he talks to people who say, oh, I love to cook. I used to work in a 4-star restaurant or something, you know, something is like saying that, like, it's like, really? You, sure, okay. You know, it's like, I don't think you really know what that means. Rand thinking you're so full of it, your eyes are brown. Oh, that's kind of gross. But yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking. I don't want the damage or the crit. Take the flat damage. I don't know if I should keep taking minus HP. Alright, hand 2. Alright. I need to start finding... I need to combine down to one hand and just get fists and flaming knuckles soon. You don't think a 5 octave range is possible for human? Well, what's funny is I know a guy who actually I sing with sometimes who has a ridiculous range, and he was going to attempt the Guinness Book of World Records for largest range for a male singer right before some other guy knocked it out of the park. And I think that other guy was like, I forget what it is. You can look up Guinness Book of World Records because it'll say there. It's probably like 4 or 5. If it's more than that, I would be surprised, but there are some freaks out there. There are some crazy people with some crazy stuff. But like the guy who I sing with can sing a low C pretty consistently, and I'm not quite sure how high he can go, but his falsetto is pretty crazy high. So he's probably at a 4 to 4.5 octave range is my guess on a good day. And he's gotten older, so he's probably lost some of his flexibility. Widest vocal range of any humans is 10 octaves, ranging from G, G sharp to G, G sharp. Achieved by Tim Storm, City Walk in 2008. Yeah, that's about the time that he was talking about that. That's pretty crazy. Okay, well that's way more than I thought, which is, you know, pretty amazing. But that's really freakish too. Get the speed. All right, some fists. Here we go. So I'm going to combine you, get a fist. I'm going to stop taking hands now. All we're looking for are fists of different types. Okay, let's get some crazy attack speed. That's not worth damage, crit chance, minus HP. Okay, if we take those 3, that's actually really good on all those. Okay. Wow, 10 octaves? I actually kind of find that hard to believe, but if it's in... What is that on? Is that in Guinness Book of World Records? Or I assume that is in the Guinness Book that you found that. That's pretty crazy to me. You copy paste from Guinness, okay. Well, that was more than I was expecting. I wonder if he... I've watched some videos on YouTube about a lot of those a cappella singers who sing stupid low notes. And they use a technique called subharmonics, where you're actually vocalizing at an octave above what it's sounding. And I wonder if he did something like that. Yeah, I'm going to take a regen instead of lifesteal this time. I wonder if he was using things like subharmonics to make that happen, that kind of crazy stuff. Imagine trying to impress Rand Senpai by showing him your 3-octave voice, and he calls you a freak. You freak? You're just a freak. What you doing? Stop being so freaky. Alright, armor, yes. Minus armor, no. I'm going to not get the lifesteal this time. I'm going to take the max HP for the minus dodge, yes. That does have regen. That and that, yes. My HP is low. Pretty low, yeah. The range was E2 to F sharp 4, which is like just short of 2 octaves. Yeah. That's about... And if you kept training, you probably would have extended that a little bit more. Where you could have gotten to about a G. That's actually just over 2 octaves. That's like an octave and a second. So that's a good functional range for a classical singer. And if you did things like include your falsetto or something, you could probably stretch it even more. But you, for solo singing, you don't use that kind of singing that often. Although in choir, I use falsetto all the time, because as a tenor, you kind of live up there a lot of the time, and if I did that at full voice all the time, I would lose my voice. You could full voice the top, because you remember doing a lot when singing White Wedding, yeah. Range, engineering, armor, damage. Let's go some damage. Okay. Armor minus damage, crit and dodge, yes. Take that. I've only seen one of these flaming brass knuckles. I feel like the real problem I'm having is I'm not finding fists. Okay, I need to roll more. I need to stop just taking random stuff. I need to roll for fists. Stop taking random stuff. Roll for fists. Do it. Do it correctly. Just do it. Stop taking random upgrades and get the actual weapons. It's like I'm getting all my subsystems upgraded in FTL, but I'm not actually getting any good weapons. That's the bad misplay I'm doing right now, I feel like. Come on. Come on. Wow, this is a long wave, this elite wave. E2 to F sharp 4. Yeah, that's an octave and a second range, which is about normal. It's about what you want for a classical singer. No more hands. I need the not hands. If I re-roll, hopefully I will get hands not showing up as much. Fist! Perfect! Alright, I'm going to remove this hand. Get a fist. I do want that. Max HP and regen. And melee damage and max HP is also very good. Melee damage, but lose HP regen. Let's not do that. You wish you took falsetto more seriously. It was always fun. I was very comfortable with it, but your inner ear made it sound like, isn't it? We're recording it sounded better than you could hear. Yeah, and when you take classical voice lessons, at least where I was at a school that's all about learning the operatic style of singing, falsetto is not something you can use very often because you can't be heard over an orchestra without a microphone. So it was kind of, I don't want to say frowned upon, but not something you work on where I went to school. But as a working musician, I use it all the time. There are some times when I use it more than full voice if I'm in a group that's like one of my a cappella Christmas caroling groups is pretty much untrained singers or much less trained, especially the girl who sings soprano. She sings super soft and super breathy because she's never taken real voices well, I want to say I don't think she's ever taken voice lessons for classical style singing. So she cannot project hardly at all. So I have to sing as soft as I can almost for most of the time to not completely overpower her. So, you know, I sing falsetto half the time if it goes above like a middle C. So, have I ever heard Christian women by typo negative? I don't know who that is. You're in falsetto all the time as a tenor? No, not all the time. A large amount of the time. A larger amount of the time than I actually should be if I was singing like solo performance. I'll take a tardigrade. Come on. Rolling hand again, so I'm hoping I can get fists. I need fists, man. When I say C4, when I say a low C, I'm talking C2, C3. I was never a pianist, so I don't actually know what a lot of those. I don't know what like C whatever. When I say low C, I mean the C below the bass staff, whichever C that is. I'm bad at knowing the numbers because I was never a very good pianist, and that's more of a piano designation than a singer designation. Although it applies to both, I just am not fluent in that language. And when I say a high C for a tenor, I mean a C that would be the third space up in the treble clef. Which, if a tenor is reading treble clef, there's usually an 8 below the treble clef. That means it's sounds an octave lower. It would actually be the C above the staff. Sorry, in a technical music jargon here. What wave is the furthest I've made it? Well, I've beat every character I've won or run with. There's only 20 waves. So 20 would be the answer. There we go, some fists. That's what I'm looking for. Do I get a rocket launcher? When it's doing only 1 damage. I don't think that's worth. This minus 6% dodge. If that had armor on it, I'd take it. It's basically 200 for 3 melee damage and 5 crit chance. I don't think that's worth it. Attack speed's 32. Okay, there's the thing I took last time that killed me. Let's not take that this time. Everything I just said is complete Greek to you? Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. When I talk about music, I start using musical terms that are probably not known to people who are not formally trained in a lot of musical stuff. Alright, can I actually kill these guys if I just let them come up on me? Looks like I can. Pretty good damage. Alright, alright. We're starting to... I think I have more fists than last time, so... I'm also not to the waves that were killing me, though. The guys that were doing so much damage when they were touching me. Stop touching me. You love music, there's a song for every moment. As for the terms, you know nothing. Yeah. Do I take this turret? Maybe standing next to it will be worth. That is probably not worth. Okay, let's get attack speed. Fist 3. Alright, we're finally getting our fists. Ooh, and brass knuckles. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to remove this guy, get this guy, and get a red fist. I don't think I want the lifesteal. A little late for that. Plus dodge and harvesting? Yes. Plus dodge. Do I want that? I think so. Sous vide, that is all. I kind of know what that is. If you have a terrible Avi Copland's envy, you would pay a finger for his voice. It's got a great voice. What's interesting, though, and I'm going to say something, I love Avi Kaplan. I never know how to pronounce the A's. Avi Kaplan? Avi Kaplan? Avi Kaplan? As a classical singer, he actually does a few things that are good for pop singing, but actually sound a little not ideal for classical singing, and that is, he sings kind of nasal. And if he was an opera singer, and he probably does it on purpose, and he probably knows he does it, but that's one thing that when I hear him, I can't help but think, my voice teacher would tell him to sing less nasal. But a lot of popular singers sing through the nose a little bit more than you would as a classical singer, because it does things like makes it a little easier to sing, to slightly extend your range, and stylistically a lot of singers sing kind of nasal. So that's something that I notice when I hear certain singers. I don't want minus dodge. Yeah, I want to get more armor. Okay, all right. Do I get rid of the purple hand for the flaming knuckles? I think I do. Yes. We're gonna lose some harvesting, but we're gonna gain some damage from it. It's okay, see, that doesn't help me. What does AAH mean? Does that mean or ah? I don't know. As a singer, there's something called, we talked about this in chat the other day, there's something called the International Phonetic Alphabet. If you gave me those symbols, I'd know what you're talking about. I don't know what AAH and CAP means. So to you, AAH means ah. But does it mean ah, aw? There's a lot of different ah vowels. Now I'm getting all condescending and technical about singing. Sorry. Talking about something that I've taught in college brings that out in me, I guess. All right, we're kind of mowing some dudes down. All right, this is looking a lot better than last time. We're actually deleting dudes here pretty well. Ooh, we finally got hit for the first time there. Sorry if I got condescending and technical as I talk about singing stuff. Well, actually, what you're trying to describe has 4 different designations, and you're using the wrong signal to designate the wrong thing. You're imagining someone singing Ave Maria with a short ah and Bostonian. Yeah. In Texas, we make jokes about people singing Ave Maria. You know, or, you know, singing Rejoice, Rejoice. You know, when you're singing, like, you know, Handel or something. Yes. 2 melee damage for 67. I don't think that's worth. This, yes. This, yes. Alright, we're getting our fists. I'm happy. Let's lock that in. Apology not accepted. Good day. Handles Messiah. Messiah. No, that's a little... It's, what's the word? Stereotyping. But there are some people who, you know, there's the stereotypical American who doesn't know how to pronounce, you know, even English in a way that doesn't sound super Texan or hick or something. Since I went to school in East Texas, I had a number of friends. I've talked about this before. One of them, his name was Matt Moody. And he would say, my name is Matt Moody, and I'm going to be performing Cado Mio Ben. And, you know, they would pronounce it correctly. He wouldn't sing that song because that's a soprano aria, but that's what he would do. He would say, he would speak in English with his very East Texas accent and then use his Italian diction when telling what he was going to sing and that kind of stuff. All right, more attack speed. Schmoop, yes. Fist, I don't know if replacing a red hand is worth a white fist. Probably not. Speed and range I will take. Melee damage for the last one, yeah. Oh, that was minus attack speed. Okay, that's fine. Well, they say America. Stereotyping, yeah. If I see a high-level fist, I will probably replace the hand for the final wave. Yes, I absolutely will. Because one other fist of probably any level is better than a red hand. Although the red hand does push things away, that no damage is not good. So maybe I should even roll for just it. Roll until I get a fist before I look for any other type of item. So I have 6 fists. That's probably the right play. Unless I never see a fist. At least we have 2 fist types to find now since we have the Flaming Fist. I honestly forgot the Flaming Fist existed since I never saw one last run. Looks like wherever I'm going, I'm mowing down guys pretty well. Alright, a little late for luck. I guess I'll get crit chance, sure. Alright, I'm rolling down for a fist. Man, a red rocket launcher that I can't afford. Come on, any fist. Any fist. Any fist. That's a hand. It's rip and tear. Explode for 22 when they die. 20%. I think I'd rather have a fist if I want to kill the boss. There we go. We got it. That was the main thing I was looking for. Beautiful. All right. Any other decent item I can afford? Looks like no. Okay. Oh, there's a bunch of fists. All right. All right. 59, 96, 96, 59. All right. Very nice. So Flaming Brass Knuckles is just better than a fist. Same amount of damage, same amount of crit, same cooldown and knockback. It just adds burning damage. That's pretty interesting. Okay. I have a lot less dodge than last time, but I hopefully have enough more damage that I'm going to burn through this guy a lot faster. I had 2 hands last time, so I'm hoping 6 fists will be the difference maker. The way of the 6 fists. Feels like I'm doing more damage. Okay, I just had my nullified there. Okay, we're at half health. I need to be careful. Let me back off and regen a bit. Getting close. Okay, we're taking some damage. Back off. Get consumables. Dodge that. We're almost there. Finish him. Yeah! GG! Level 3. Danger 3. What are you? The Brawler. Man calls high vocal range of freak. Yeah, he's running around with 6 fists. You say that's freakish. Yeah, that is pretty freakish. All right, GG. Well, we got a couple wins. Who did we win with? We won with, we got a Danger 3. No, Danger 2 on Well-Rounded. Danger 3 on Brawler. We got our first win on Demon. And a level Danger 5 on Knight. So this is the only character we've gotten a Danger 5 win on. So, well, my friends, that's going to do it for me. I hope you all enjoyed. I know I didn't play a lot of FTL today because I got so salty and quit to this. But tomorrow, I have a 2 o'clock gig. So I'm not sure if I'm going to play FTL tomorrow or not. I might just play this for an hour and a half before getting ready for a gig. And then maybe coming back later and streaming some more. I don't know. Thursday, I'll probably try to do another hard no pause run. Because I don't have a gig that day. But only 3 more gigs until I can finally take a break. So thank you all again for watching. Hope you all have a good time. If there's anybody new to the stream, if you had fun, hope you hit the follow. Come join us again. 2 more streams before I go on break, just to let you all know. So as I always say, thank you all for support. Glad to hang out and talk singing with you awesome people. Can you watch my gig online? No, all of my gigs are basically, I mean, you can go back and watch a lot of my church gigs, but I barely sing on those because I'm just in the choir. My Christmas caroling gigs are hardly ever online and never public if they're online. So, but if you do type !sing, you can check some of the YouTube videos that I have that are kind of older, but in a similar style. So, as I always say, thank you all for all the support. Bits, follow, subs, give subs, lurking, hanging out, all that stuff. I'm going to get going so I can work out, get some dinner and stuff. So, until next time, you all have a great rest of your night. Peace out, happy gaming. And I will see you all tomorrow or whenever. Y'all have a good one. See you later, my friends.